Hello everyone, welcome to Rockstar Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we are going to be taking a look at the newest Kickstarter for the game Catapult Feud or Catapult Kingdom, depending on which one you got, or when you got it, or how you got it at one point. But this is going to be their new Hydra expansion, and it is from Vesuvius Media. All right, that's right. We are going to be looking at the Hydra expansion for Catapult Feud. We're going to be doing an unboxing on the Hydra here. Now, with that said, I am holding it up by technically the top of the box. The main box has this window right here that you can see your Hydra, the um, volcano expansion, and I think the Viking expansion has the same thing. However, unfortunately for me, right here, you can see that there is some damage to the box on mine. I've technically already opened this one time um, and did a video, then realized I forgot a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, so I'm redoing it again. My original box, though, not my original box, my original video, or this box originally, when it had plastic on it, when it got to me, we finally got there, folks. The middle neck, head, whatever, of the Hydra apparently was loose inside, so it did a bunch of damage to the looks like the inside of the box. It looked I think the instructions were crumpled up in there, and like I said, it poked through a hole through the box itself, so or the plastic itself. So yeah, there is that. Not enough that I'm going to be like, if the Hydra itself was damaged, then I would probably order a new one, or not order a new one. I would probably request a new one. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the box. Now, again, I'm not sure exactly how this was packaged because mine was like loose and everything was all over the place. But you do have the instructions here. Again, mine are a little bit rough from the circumstance, but this is the instructions for the Hydra expansion here. So it kind of gives a little bit of information about taming the Hydra, what to do with that when you're playing the cards, whether or not it's going to attack you or let you attack your enemies, and then gives the instructions on how to assemble the Hydra. Then we have this other white box on the inside here that we are going to carefully open without ripping any more boxes. That is the top of the box, I'm assuming. I think so. Yep. And so we open it up, and we're going to have a couple things in here. One is going to be this bag of fireballs, which I think these are the same. The fireballs are the same as the boulders for the main game. Um, they didn't paint they made them red, but they didn't add any other paint applications. Again, you're going to be tossing these and firing these from a Hydra catapult essentially. So I can understand why um, they wouldn't have added additional paint to it, but it'd been nice if it was just had a little bit extra, a little bit of orange thrown in there. We also have in here the various cards. So basically, this card right here represents the left head according to the instructions. Drawing it allows you to fire one fireball. These two cards right here represent the center head, which allows you to fire two fireballs at your opponent. And then finally, this is going to represent the right head. That is the one that gets mad and angry at you, and you remove one of your troops from your side of the field. So there is that, all the cards right there. If you do not know how to play Catapult Feud, very briefly, it is a game where one person sits at another end of the table or the floor, and then about 4.5 to 6 feet away, you're going to have another person at that end of the table or floor. Both of you have little blocks for making different structures of a castle, and you have, I think, 6 different miniatures on each side. Your basic goal, and you both have a catapult. Your basic goal is to fling boulders and catapults from the catapults to each other, knocking over the buildings and yeah, that's the game. The game right there. You're basically knocking things over, knocking over people. Whoever loses all their people loses, and whoever didn't lose all their people wins. This is not a high game of strategy by any means. However, I have two younger children, and anytime that we have gotten even the base game out, because we haven't even opened up any of the expansions yet, anytime we've just gotten the base game out, it has been a riot in the house. So, yeah, that's the basic premise of the game. So we've got those things out now. Let us go ahead and take a look at this miniature, quote unquote. So there's the center head of the Hydra. This is actually the thing that is going to be flinging the fireballs at your opponent, and then this is the rest of it. So it does have some extra cards in it and different colored fireballs, and this is a pretty cool. I keep saying dragon, but it's a Hydra mini. But and I say mini, but it's friggin' huge. But I mean, they could have technically done this with just another catapult in the middle of the thing, but I digress. So you take your Hydra head here and you place it in the area like that, and it is going to be kind of hanging there. It will stop right here. The lip of the scales right here is going to hit that, and it's going to stop right there. Then you do need to flip it over, and this is kind of tricky. The instructions are basically like, they like hook it here, and then hook it there, and then bring this in. I did not do that, just because. All right, so we got that on there. So, and as you can see, the Hydra is kind of sits there, and he is all ready for battle there. And all right, so let's go ahead and practice this. We're gonna use our box as a fireball catcher, I guess. So basically, you're gonna take your fireball. When you go to use it, you're gonna place it right there in the mouth. You're going to pull back on that, and woo! All right, that was actually a pretty solid hit. That's the thing that's fun about this game, is that you just go and you just wreck stuff. So now this is kind of flying a little low as I'm firing it in there. This isn't going to have necessarily the same arc that the catapults in the main game are going to have. Part of that is because of the fact that this actually sits midfield. I will get I forgot to leave it out. I will grab the mat here, kind of show you what that looks like. But this is going to be something that goes midfield, and that you fire from the middle distance. Now, this was all from a Kickstarter last year, so I would be remiss if I didn't go over the other Kickstarter exclusives from this set. With that said, there is more content for this game than what I'm about to show. I haven't even done an unboxing necessarily of the original game itself. If that's something you guys want to take a look at on the channel, I will be more than happy to show this off. Again, this is not a big strategy game or deep RPG like Gloomhaven, or co-op game like Marvel United, working together, anything like that. It's not even a simpler co-op game like Scooby-Doo, or a boss battle like Oathsworn. But for me, this is a game for just having mindless fun with kids. Something very simple we can get out, and even with or without the cards. We actually had one night with this game where we actually just played with my kids, my wife, and my in-laws, and we just all just basically took turns firing. I hardly even used the cards. We were just basically firing catapult boulders all over the place. So yeah, so as far as other content that was exclusive to this Kickstarter, and not from the previous Kickstarters, they had these right here. This is the Secret Santa gift set of 4 pieces of ammo that are basically Christmas presents right there. They have a special rule where each player gets one of these presents, and they throw it over. The ammo lands inside the opponent's castle. A troop picks it up, and I believe they just are removed from the game. That's if it gets inside the castle, not if it like hits the wall and stays outside of the perimeter of whatever castle you built. So there was that, and then the other thing, I think for this Kickstarter, were the holiday ammo. So these are basically a bunch of Christmas trees. By a bunch, I mean 4. And it says during the set, each player places 1 tree at the highest visible place in their castle. If when the tree falls or is knocked off, the player whose tree fell gets to fire it at the attacking opponent in retribution for such an unceremonious felling of the festive tree. When firing it at your opponent, players are encouraged to yell cannonballs. So that is that. Now again, there are 4 of them, because technically if you have 2 copies of the main game, you can play 4 players, basically just 2 people across here, 2 people across there, and you're basically firing at the 3 other corners of the room. That's why there's 4 each of those. Now the other thing, as far as what they were doing for stretch goals, and I'm not going to open this right now. Only reason I'm not opening this next thing right now is because of the fact that I don't have a good storage solution for it yet, because I'm pretty sure this bag doesn't zip. But this is the brick set that came, Architects Pack. This is the brick set that came with the Kickstarter. This is all of various bricks in different shapes, sizes, parapets, smaller windows, larger bricks, square bricks, rectangle bricks, angled bricks, just basically everything you need to build a bigger, badder castle. Because basically the game goes until all the people are knocked down on one side. So, so between this big giant bag of parts, everything that is in the main game, and I think Catapult Feud always sits behind my head. So you have the regular game right here, you have the Artificer's Tower right here, you have the Siege expansion right here. All those, I'm pretty sure, give you additional bricks on top of these, so you can actually build some pretty interesting buildings with this. But that is everything that you get with this. Oh, one other thing I do have to get up. Give me 1 second. All right, so if we move this box over here, we move this here out of the way, all that stuff. Yeah, let's get that out of there. And we get this nice neoprene mat. Like, this is actually a really, really nice mat. Again, for such a simple game, it is got a very, very nice mat to it. Now, there are 3 sections to this mat. You've got this watery section, you've got this lava section, then you got this grassland section. The Hydra goes here on this section right here. If you have the volcano expansion, which I do, behind Sorrow, in Land vs. Sea, but I do have the volcano expansion back there. The volcano will go here. I haven't opened it yet because, again, might do another unboxing of it first. And then over here in this oceany, watery area is where the boat for the Vikings expansion will go. But this whole mat will sit in the center of your board. Technically, I mean, if you're only playing with the Hydra and you want to use this mat, you can place him in the middle. He's coming up out of the fire. Or you can have him over here, I guess, if you want to, where he is in the ocean. I think the rules actually even say somewhere in here. I know it said somewhere in here that if you're using the one of the other expansions, just to put them. Oh yeah, if you are using the volcano expansion, then place the Hydra to the side of it. Shuffle the Hydra cards and place them in a pile face down next to the. So yeah, you can just, like I said, the volcano is going to go here, Hydra's going to go here, and he's going to go either whoop over there, or he's going to go over here and go whoop over there. So there is that. So that is everything for Catapult Feud Hydra Expansion Kickstarter. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was all the Kickstarter exclusive stuff from this Kickstarter. There are other little tiny baggies and stuff like that, like these size bags here, but those are technically part of the main Kickstarter from looking at the Kickstarter page. So if I decide to do a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, if I decide to do a unboxing video of that, I will be sure to include those in there, as well as the other mats that come with that are more that I know were released there. So trying to basically just on this one concentrate on what the new content was for this. But that is enough of me rambling about a game where you throw boulders. It is just fun to do that, like to sit here and like fling it over there, but I don't want to break the TV or the monitor that's in there, allowing me to see the board. But yes, that is it for this particular video on this particular Kickstarter. So if you guys enjoy the content with this, if you want to, I don't know, see me and the wife get some frustrations out by firing boulders at each other, I have to figure out how to film it, but I am all excited to do so. So let me know if that's something you guys want to see. Let me know if like and subscribe to the channel. That's what I was gonna say. Let me know. You guys kind of see the wall behind me here. Let me know if there's anything else that is back here that you guys want to see an unboxing of, or want to see specific gameplay of. There's, like I said, I got quite a few things back here behind me. Am looking into newer stuff. I've acquired some newer stuff. So I'm gonna look into that. But if there's anything classic wise or old school, retro, whatever, I know there's some requests I know for Power Rangers. So I definitely am trying to look into getting a group for that together. But that has nothing to do with this game right here that we're talking about. But yeah, just leave comments in for this video and what else you guys want to look at. If you want to look at more of the Catapult Feud stuff, please let me know on that. And I'm going to shut up now. You guys have a wonderful night. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.